Hi everyone, Paul Akers, host of the American Innovator. You know, the innovative spirit is alive and well, and everywhere I travel around the world, I bring back ideas and creativity to share with my audience to continuously improve and change the way we live. Welcome to the American Innovator.
Well, hello everyone, Paul Akers, and welcome back to the American Innovator. All I can say is fun, fun, fun. You remember 3 weeks ago, Jay and I went on a road rally with a bunch of Canadians down in the United States, Washington, Idaho. Well, they invited us to come up to Canada and do the same thing on the BC roads to the Kootenays. And man, did we have a great time, and you're going to love this episode of the American Innovator.
We are fixing this car, getting it on the road.
But we haven't gone anywhere yet. What gives?
We always have a little issue that has to be fixed up, and
We're standing around working on Guy's car. Now let's go over and see what Guy has to say.
All good things have a beginning.
That's right.
Here we are.
Guy, what's wrong?
Oh, well, something must have came loose on the alternator. And what's wrong is I fixed it myself.
Anybody have an extra wallet?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at. An extra wallet.
Did you forget your wallet, Guy?
I forgot my wallet and my ID and everything else.
Well, then you can't get a ticket.
Well,
They
yeah.
won't know who you are.
Yeah.
Now that's a car. So we all gathered together at the local Chevron station. We even had a couple vintage Porsches, and they were incredible. Where are we going?
Next town is Hope. We'll stop there for a break at Chevron.
Why don't you give me a quick brief of the whole trip for the 3 days? What are we doing?
3 days. Wow, I can give you one day.
Okay, give me 1 day.
Saturday will be a surprise day. Sunday we'll go back to the U.S. To Chestnut Road, Oroville.
So 2 days in Canada, 1 day in the U.S.
Yeah.
Good. No tickets, right?
Well, remember we're in BC. It's 40 over. Get your car impounded. So
Would they take them all?
yes, they would. Absolutely. And there'll be a big splash in the paper.
I
how
thought Canadians
courageous they are.
were friendly.
And there's Guy at work. He's
Yeah, but
He's gonna do an R&R and an alternator right now. Unfortunately, we can't wait for
Yeah.
him, so we're gonna.
okay, bye.
Yeah, see ya. Good luck there, Guy.
Yeah.
So we started out on our journey into the Kootenays, and the roads were fantastic. The weather was pretty good. We just had a great time as we started to get the feel of our cars and just wound our way and found the twisties. Now the twisties are the roads that are twisty and windy and remote and nobody's on them. And I never heard of that term before, but that's what the Canadians call them, and Al particularly. And I just love that concept. And you can see these roads, man, these are just outrageous. Now, don't get too upset here. I sped the video up just a little bit so you can really get the feel of what it felt like in the car. So we're not quite as crazy as the video makes it look, but we had a great time and we just ripped up the roads. So now you got to remember, this is only my third time ever going on a road rally. And the way it generally works is we drive for a half hour, 45 minutes, then we stop and take a little break and kind of recoup. And we even saw a lot of other road rallies. You saw some MGs go by there as well. And then we drive, and we're always looking for these really remote roads that are just nobody's on them. And we just cut it up again and again and again. And there's lots of different scenes here through lots of different terrain. And that's probably one of the best things about it. Is, if you recall, in the other episode of Driving with Jay, I always said one of the best things is all the different scenery. It's just overwhelming, the beauty. And that beauty translates up to BC better than anywhere else. You're going to see throughout the course of this video that we're going to go in some spectacular places along the lakes and rivers and valleys and mountains, and the terrain is just so varied, and that's what makes it so interesting. You know, you kind of compare this to being on a racetrack, which I've done many, many times, and you know, you're going round and round and round in the same circle where every square inch is different when you're driving out on the open road. And we just have a great time, and also the camaraderie is fantastic. We made a lot of great friends on this trip and just got to know a lot of cool people, and you're going to see all the fun things that we do on this trip, and believe me, there are a ton of them. So look at these guys in these high-speed passes. They're just spectacular. And if you like the sound you're hearing, that's my car. It's the Boxster S, a limited edition, and it's just got a great sound to it. And the way I recorded all this is I used a combination of different cameras. I used the GoPro, my Sony that has a gyro system built into it, and also the Aztec. And I basically took our Rhino mount, our suction mount, put it on the inside window of the car and on the outside. In this particular scene and these scenes right here you're watching, I've got my Sony camera with the gyro in it. And you can see that's why the video is so stable regardless of how fast we're moving. It's actually balancing it all out. And then I just put it to the windshield and went on and tried to stay up with these guys. Most of these guys are driving more powerful cars than me, but I think I do a pretty good job of staying up with them. Anyways, and then occasionally I put the GoPro on the outside in the front of the car and the back of the car. You're going to see those scenes coming up here in a minute as well. But we just had a great time. Don't you love the sound? Man, over the top, man. I've watched this video about 10 times now, and I still, every time I watch it, it gets a smile on my face. The adrenaline is so intense. Look at these curves. Fantastic. I just want to go again. You come off these road trips and you're really actually pretty tired because you've been driving for 10, 12 hours a day, you know, putting in 700, 800 kilometers a day. That's a lot of driving in a very intense fashion, and you're tired. But as soon as you get back home and you'll start watching these videos, you say, oh my gosh, I got to get back on the road. This is the ultimate driving, and this is a pass by me. Pretty cool. So by now you guys all know Jay pretty well. He loves pictures of his cars and fields, and we found the perfect field with a bunch of wildflowers and wild mustard.
Paul.
So I drive my car in. We're just a bunch of boys, man, just having fun. Jay taking pictures, beautiful scenery, just awesome time. And then we're back on the road again. Now the next scene is really cool because what we're going to do here is go on a lake road, and I think you're going to be blown away with how cool it is. But again, look at the scenery, man, everywhere, the barns. I mean, this is just like, this is not Americana, this is Canacana, if you will. This is Canada in all its form, and we crossed another ferry and another lake, which was just spectacular, off the charts. And this ferry was very interesting. I think it was an electric ferry. I didn't ask, but it looked like it because when I looked over the side to see how it ran, it had this cable that it was dropping down and picking up. And I think it's an electric cable that the ferry actually doesn't run diesel. They're Jay being silly. And all the people that saw us were always saying, oh man, you guys look like you're having a ball. And they were right. Now this is a great twisty right on the edge of a lake. And look at this waterfall. Huge. Had to stop and get a picture of this, and these mountain ranges and the clouds and more lake shots. And I could do the whole thing again just for the scenery, let alone the driving.
Nice, beautiful lookout, eh?
Hey, Chad, go to Valhalla mountain range, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you bet.
The stops were actually as much fun as the driving, to be honest with you. And then there was this fantastic wooden bridge just before we got to Al's family's house for our barbecue. And I got this picture of Chad coming across and Bruce coming across in his BMW. Look at this shot. For a videographer, this is everything, man. When you get shots like this, you just go right on. Isn't that a beautiful car? Bruce just restored that. He did a fantastic job of it. And this is John's beautiful Porsche, late 50s. It's a replica, and it's just a gorgeous car. And then we pulled into Nettie and Mickey's house, and they did the best job making an incredible barbecue for us. And man, we just had such a great time. Okay, be prepared. We have two very funny scenes. Watch Jay. He's got a hamburger on his plate for a moment.
Give me the footage.
What kind of footage you looking for?
Steve
You want
and Jody.
some footage? I got some footage right here. I got some right footage and some left footage. While you get all these pushes out of here, you pushy ball, whatever the hell you call this guy, get out of here. Get back over the border. Don't make me come over there. Jesus.
Oh, where's my hamburger?
Jay, what just happened? What just happened, Jay?
His hamburger right off his plate.
Well, I was going to take a bite of my hamburger.
He's hungry. He figured it out. He figured it.
It's like from your little brother. Hold it. Paul, call up your girlfriend. Oh my God. My food.
I think he's going to go for your nuts next.
Get the bottle cap too.
Here, do you want the bottle cap?
I wouldn't argue with that dog, Jay.
She's a Roddy. She's beautiful.
I just gained my whole freaking
Old-fashioned mosquito control right here.
There's not a mosquito in this entire valley. Oh
are
gosh,
you
I
doing,
tell you, it was
bake
just so funny, man. We had a great time. The next day, I put the camera actually on the trunk of my car now, and we get everyone in a line, a nice little snake pattern, and we wind through the Green Valley Road. And I think it's called that, but it's just a great road. And watch this clip now. We get everybody tightened up really close to each other. Get some super footage of these twisties. Isn't that a beautiful scene right there? I'm ready to go back right now. Very smooth too. Notice how the Rhino mount's mounted on the back of the trunk of the hood with a suction mount, and then the GoPro camera's mounted back there. And it just did a great job of recording it. Very stable. Just different perspectives. Always looking to tell the story just a little bit differently. And I think we're going to get a pass here pretty quick. Of course, they can't keep up with me because my car's so fast. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. And then another lake road. Man, this was phenomenal driving and a beautiful scenery again. Look at this scenery, right out of a book. Now I mounted the GoPro with the Rhino mount on the front windshield outside as I followed Bruce through this mountain pass. It's just so cool. Quick little pass by him. What a beautiful car. So now looking for a different angle here, I put the Rhino mount on the outside of the car, and I put the camera extended out a little bit to kind of get a focus on the front wheel as I'm going through all the roads. And it's just another perspective, telling the story just a little bit differently. And the next morning, we all line up and we get ready to go. And the next thing we do is crazy. We go to a senior retirement development. It's actually Al's mother-in-law. And we just had a great time. Could you imagine being in a development like this and having all these hot cars pull in? Hi, Jeanette. How are you? Pleasure to meet you. Are you going to drive all the cars, all of them this morning?
And this is her son-in-law. And they even associate with each other.
Oh, this is a good mom-in-law, eh? All right. Does Al let you drive the car? I want footage of you driving her 150 miles an hour.
No, he's driven my grandson that way.
Hey, Marilyn, what are you doing in my car, man?
I'm taking it for a spin.
Wow, how fast are you going to go, Marilyn?
Well, what does it say up there? It looks like it's 190.
All right, we expect that from you.
Okay, Marilyn, what are you going to do?
I have no idea.
Turn the key clockwise.
Now,
Holy crap.
rev it up.
In.
We want to hear it. Rev juice, man. Yeah, there we go. Marilyn, you don't call a man's car cute. You don't do that, Marilyn.
It's awesome.
There you go. What are you doing in there? Wow.
I gotta hold my hand up there. Now I'm right.
Jeanette, can I check your driver's license?
I left it in my.
You know, you have to be 16 to drive in British Columbia. When is your birthday?
You really want to know?
November. How old? You'll be 16 in November?
Yes, that's right.
Good girl.
And about 72 that.
Are you 88?
86.
More than that.
87?
More.
86?
Other way.
Oh, I'm thinking Canadian. I gotta think American.
You're working working in miles. I'm working kilometers. We've got to get out of here.
Oh, we got a picture we're getting out. You want some help?
Oh, no. I'm not
A
that
gentleman
old.
always helps a lady.
I'm not that old. Dear, otherwise you'll never come and visit me
Just
again.
tell us one. We only need one for the camera. Tell us when he was a bad boy.
Any funny stories involving sheep or something? No, it wasn't into that. But obviously,
Did he ever do anything really nice for you?
Oh, yes.
Like what?
He brought me a bottle of beer.
So, what was your first thought when your daughter brought him home?
yeah.
Well, she clued me in on it. Of course, he only lived up the valley about how far? 5 kilometers?
Well, no, 20 kilometers.
No, not that much further.
Tell her maybe you can do better. Or...
Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
So we headed back out. We got everyone in tight formation for a really cool drive-by. We just had a great time. We wound up by this river, and we just did a great twisty up through there. We saw a lot of beautiful waterfalls, and we stopped along the way. And just a great time. We got way high up in the mountains, and there's actually a road outage. We actually got into a little traffic jam, and lots of cool little towns here, and got some great footage. It's just like down in the States, got all these old little towns that you never really have a chance to go to. And there's Jody messing around on a bridge. I mean, here's a traffic jam with a bunch of Miatas. They got a whole bunch of road rallies going on, and we were one of them. Look at all this beautiful scenery. And pretty soon coming up, we go into the town of Soyos, and I have a Subway salad down there. I meet these 3 girls who are traveling around, hitchhiking around BC, and one of them is from Japan, and I asked her about what the meaning of Kaizen was, and she gave me this great definition.
We have to Kaizen every day. You need to know what was bad today. So tomorrow you have to fix it.
So every day in the Japanese culture, you have to Kaizen.
Yes.
So you have to know what's bad today, so tomorrow you can fix it.
Yes.
What's your name?
Mika.
Mika.
Yes.
Perfect definition, Mika.
Good.
Well, Mika gave me the best definition. She said, daily Kaizen is part of the Japanese culture. And boy, I'm improving every day on my driving skills, as you can see this. And we just had a ball, met a lot of great people, drove a lot of beautiful roads, and made a lot of great friends. So we'll see you next time on the American Innovator when we hit some more roads and learn some more great stuff. Now see you next time. No, that's a car. Jay got a great shot pulling up next to me when I'm talking on the phone here. Doing a little business. Power, speed, Porsche. We'll see you next time.
Remember, life's an adventure. Be a part of the solution. Go out, learn, improve, change, think outside the box. We can change the way the world thinks. Be an innovator. I really got to stop getting myself in these situations. That's a leopard, and that's an elephant. Yes, and this is a cheetah.
Like, oh, I saw
Here,
that.
kitty, 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 kitty,
Oh,
kitty.
cute. He wants to play.
Uh-oh. Got it.